Good morning, children. Welcome to AIMS India's online classes. This is biology session. You are watching sense organs part 2. In part 1, we discussed about the importance of sense organs and the different types of sense organs and how sense organs function and importance of sense organs. In today's class, we are going to discuss about one of the very important sense organ, that is eye. Okay. So, are you ready, children? Let us proceed. Eye, it is a beautiful and most important sense organ present in our body. Vision helps us detect desired targets, threats and changes in our physical environment and to adapt accordingly. Okay. Imagine the life without vision. We can't imagine. The colorful world is because of the vision, because of the eye. We able to enjoy many things, isn't it? So, how does the visual system accomplish this? Help us to enjoy this. How? So, for this purpose, a simple activity. So, observe the external structure of your friend's eye, draw the diagram and label it. So, your friend's eye, if you see, okay. So, it external part you could able to draw, but the internal structure, unless and until you understand the structure, you cannot understand the function of the eye, isn't it? So, external structure you can draw. The next try to label. So, you can able to label the eyelids, eyebrows, okay, eyeball, like that, some parts. So, observe the eyeball of your friend in normal light. Then what you have to do, throw a beam of torchlight on your friend's eye. So, what happens immediately? He or she close the eyes. Why is it so? Because when the direct light falls on the eye, some irritation, isn't it? So, this is the diagram given here, that is the human eye cross section. So, it consists of different parts like the outer layer, sclera, okay. Then the middle, choroid, and the innermost, that is a retina. Sclera, choroid and retina, these are the three layers with which the eye is made up of. Okay. This sclera itself divide into several other parts, cornea, then the aqueous chamber and a slit like opening, that is pupil, and iris and a crystal like lens, okay, a protective layer, conjunctiva, then internally vitreous chamber filled with vitreous humor, and there is optic nerve. So, the place where there is no nerve endings, no receptors, that is blind spot. The fovea is the place where large number of these photoreceptors are present. It is also called yellow spot. Okay. So, let us study in detail. So, now the fourth step. Now, ask your friend to keep the eye closed for around 2 minutes. So, now let her or him open the eye. So, observe the size of the small black portion in the center. Ask your friend to keep her or his eye open forcibly as you throw the beam of torch light this time. Okay, after 2 minutes closing of the eye, so you observe the size of the small black portion in the center, then ask your friend or request your friend, okay, to open forcibly the eye when you are throwing the beam of torchlight. So observe what happens to the small dark portion. So what happened to the small dark portion called the pupil? It it expands, it allows the light. Okay. So here this is the pupil, this part we are discussing about this is the pupil. Okay, this is the portion which allows the light to pass into. During dark it opens wide. So when the light is available, then it closes and it allows only small amount of light to enter into and fall on the lens. Okay. Depending upon the intensity of light, this pupil will expand and contract. That is the function of a pupil. The pupil will allow only the amount of light required to form the image, that is all. Okay, it does not allow the extra light. Okay. Next, our eye contains different parts like eyelids, eyelashes, eyebrows, and some glands like lacrimal glands. They are also called tear glands, and a thin layer is present that is called conjunctiva. Okay. Eye contains eyelids, eyelashes, eyebrows, lacrimal glands. These are all the parts which protect the eyes externally and internally, and a thin layer called conjunctiva, it is also a protective covering. It protects the front portion of the eye. The eyeball is located in the eye socket internally. Okay, the eye socket is the hole or the aperture in the skeleton, in the skull, where the eyeball is located. Only the portion of the eye which is visible is only 1/6 portion of the eyeball is visible to us. The eye has 3 main layers. Internally, eye has 3 main layers. What are they? Sclerotic layer or sclerota or sclera, then choroid layer, and the innermost layer, that is retina. Okay. So this is the eye structure if you take once again. So here this is the eyelash, this is the eyelid, this yellow colored portion. Okay. And the conjunctiva, this is the conjunctiva, the front layer which protects the eye. So eye is divided into 3 main layers. What are they? Sclera or sclerotic layer, outer layer it is, then middle choroid layer, and inner retina. Okay. Next, the outermost thick, tough, fibrous, non-elastic and white colored layer, it is called sclera. The sclera bulges and forms cornea. Okay, how cornea is formed? Cornea is a part of sclera. It only bulges and forms the cornea, the white portion. The end of the sclera connects to the optic nerve. The second layer is the choroid layer. It is richly supplied with blood vessels. So this layer is black in color and contains lot of blood vessels. It encloses the eye except the part pupil. So this is the sclera. it bulges out and form the cornea. Okay. Next, choroid layer. So, this sclera layer ends, the sclera layer connects to the, so this sclera layer only connects to the nerve, optic nerve. Okay. And the choroid layer, so this choroid layer is black and it is richly supplied with blood vessels. It encloses the eye except the pupil part, except this pupil part, the remaining part it encloses. Okay. Next, the part formed by the choroid layer around the pupil, it is called iris. Okay, this is the colored part. It imparts, the iris contain the pigment which imparts color to the eye. So, nowadays this iris image is one of the, it is considered to be one of the evidence, okay, for preparation of these Aadhaar cards and whatever it may be, the ID cards. This iris image they used to take, because the iris is ideal, it is not same for all people. Okay, it varies from person to person, just like the fingerprints, the iris is also playing a very important role. So, the radial and circular muscles, so there are some muscles surrounding this iris, they are radial and circular muscles, they are present in the iris. So, biconvex lens, the lens which are present in the eye, the human eye, that is a biconvex in nature, biconvex lens is present immediately behind the pupil, is attached to the ciliary muscles and suspensory ligaments. The ciliary muscles and suspensory ligaments held the lens in position. Okay. So, that is why as the age progresses, these ciliary muscles and the suspensory ligaments, they will lose their strength. Due to that, some visual problems arises. Okay. The lens divides the inner eyeball into two parts. What are they? The aqueous chamber and the vitreous chamber. There are two chambers present in the eye, the inner eyeball. The lens divides the inner eyeball as aqueous chamber and vitreous chamber. So, this aqueous chamber is filled with a fluid called aqueous humor, aqueous humor. So, you can see here. So, this is the iris portion. Okay. The part formed by the choroid layer around the pupil, this is the pupil. Pupil is the slit like opening. Around the pupil, this iris is present. Okay. So, this iris is surrounded by radial and circular muscles are present. Okay. Muscles are present here. Then next, this ciliary muscles and suspensory ligament, they held the lens in position. The lens is present immediately behind the pupil. So, this is the lens. Okay. It is a which shape? Biconvex in shape. Okay. The lens divides the eye into two chambers. What are they? The aqueous chamber, the front portion of the lens, it is forming aqueous chamber, and the back portion of the lens, it is forming vitreous chamber. The aqueous chamber is filled with aqueous humor, the liquid. So, these liquids will filter the light enters into the eye. Okay. The next, or we can say it acts like a medium, the vitreous humor, it acts like a medium for the formation of image. Okay. Next, The retina contains the innermost layer now. The innermost layer, eye has how many layers? 3 layers. Outer sclera, middle choroid and inner retina. Retina is the innermost layer. It contains the cells, or we can say photoreceptor cells. Receptor cells which receive the light, they are called photoreceptors. These photoreceptor cells are called rods and cones. Okay, the area of no vision in the eye, the place where there are no these receptor cells, it is called a blind spot. And the area of the best vision means with more number of these rods and cones, more number of these receptor cells. So, that portion is called as a yellow spot, or it is also called fovea. It is also called fovea, and this portion is present in the retina. The yellow spot is also called macula or fovea. It is also called macula or fovea. Okay, this is the retina. Retina is the innermost layer. So, this retina containing the several cells, they are divided into two. What are they? Rods and cones. Rods and cones, they are together called as photoreceptors. Okay, this is the region where more number of rods and cones are present, where this image is best formed. So, this is called the fovea. Fovea is also called yellow spot, or it is also called macula. Okay. Next, the functioning of eye. Now, so you might think of the eye as a sort of the video camera that the brain uses to make motion pictures of the world. Okay, means that we are comparing the eye with a video camera. Like a camera, the eye gathers light through a convex lens, focuses it and forms, okay, the convex lens. It gathers the light through the convex lens and focuses it and forms an image, where in the retina, at the back of the eye, the lens turns the image left to right. The lens turns the image left to right and upside down, So, this visual reversal may have influenced the very structure of the brain, which tends to maintain this reversal in its sensory processing regions. So, that is why our vision is called binocular vision, means two eyes see the same object at a time, and one reverse image and one normal image will be formed. They are merged together and understood, interpreted, and final image is formed. Okay, upright image is formed, first upside down, okay, then upright image is formed, where on the retina. Okay, this visual reversal may have influenced the very structure of the brain, which tends to maintain this reversal in its sensory processing regions. Okay, thus the most information from the sense organs crosses over to the opposite side of the brain. Okay, likewise the maps of the body in the brain's sensory areas are typically reversed and inverted. First the inverted image is formed. Okay, then after understanding, the image is become normal. Okay. So, but while a digital camera, if you take, simply forms an electronic image, the eye forms an image that gets extensive further processing in the brain. Okay, direct image is formed in the digital camera, but if you take the natural eye, it is not like that. Okay, the image formed that gets extensive further processing takes place in the brain. The unique characteristic feature of the eye that makes it different from other sense organs lies in its ability to take the information from light waves, then transfer that information, transform the characteristics of the light into neural signals that the brain can process. Okay? Means the light reflected from the object that enters into the eye, then that information, the light waves, next it get transformed, means converted into the characteristic light, whatever the information is present, that is converted into neural signals, means electrical signals that the brain can process. So, this happens in the retina. Where does it happen? It happens in the retina, the light sensitive layer of the cells at the back of the eye that acts much like the light sensitive chip in a digital camera. Okay, the back portion of the eye, it is having some screen, okay, which acts like a light sensitive chip in a digital camera. Okay, as with a camera, things can go wrong. For example, the lenses of those who are nearsighted focus image short of the retina. In those who are farsighted, farsighted means long sighted, okay, the focal point extends behind the retina. Okay, if the image is formed in front of retina, it is short sightedness. If the image is formed in back portion of the retina, then it is a long sightedness. Okay. So, this is the structure and functioning of the eye. More we are going to learn in the next class. Okay. Please read the textbook, children. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.